What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew, Teofimo Lopez. Get this, Tony Bellew has some choice words for Teofimo Lopez. And actually, these choice words are questions, and let's get to it. Tony Bellew has some questions for Tio based on his comments that he said lately. And these comments are not the same old comments that we've heard for the last 2 or 3 days. These were other comments that he asked questions on. And he asked, first, he said, why would anyone care to do an interview with a channel named this, which was Punch Drunk Boxing? And second, but most importantly, we fight to take care of our families. So why would you want to take someone's father away, or brother away, or uncle away? And let me counterpunch. First off, the comments that Tio made was, I love what I do because I get to kill somebody in the ring. Okay. Now, that is disturbing because that's just showing that, you know, that's intentional. You know, that could be, or that should be, the same type of energy, people, that they gave Deontay Wilder back in 2019 when he said, I want a body on the Breakfast Club. Counterpunch. No difference. Say, you know, just a different boxer saying the same shit. I like what I do because I get to take someone's life away. Well, what if that actually happened? You know, same ballpark, people. Same ballpark. Now, him saying, why would you want someone, or why would you be interviewed with someone with that type of name for his platform? Honestly, I just think, because I don't know Punch Drunk personally, but I don't have anything against them. But I think when, like most platforms, when they start, you have to have something catchy. I think that was only from a promotional standpoint. You know, I don't think that was intended for it to be offensive. But then now I think about it, I'm like, damn, Punch Drunk. You know, you guys know that follow my channel, one of the saddest things I hate to see is a fighter that's punchy. You know what I mean? Because that affects your lifestyle. You know, when you're talking to a person years after you're out of the ring and you used to do battle in the ring and put your life on the line, you know, from blood, sweat, and tears and all of this, you still have the effects, you know, of getting hit. So you talk slower. Your voice slurs, you know, you're not as quick as you used to be. That's sad to me because you see the results. I respect the results, but I also see the results. And I hate to see that because it's like, yes, you guys are putting your life on the line for our entertainment, but at the end of the day, you still have to suffer the consequences thereof after. You know, so I can understand what Tony Bellew means by that, you know, but I think that's more of a misdemeanor than anything because, again, I don't think Punch Drunk I don't think he did that intentionally, you know what I mean, or, you know, thought about it through that lens of a boxer, you know what I mean, so I get that. Moving forward, Teofimo Lopez, you know, has said some things, you know, racial. And I thought Tony Bellew would touch on that, which he didn't. Because, you know, Tony Bellew, if you guys don't know, you know, he is a biracial. So, you know, that should, you know, trigger anyone, you know, hearing that type of stuff. But I think what he chose to talk about or be concerned with, Tony Bellew, is the fact that, you know, Tio did say something like that, you know, coming from a 25-year-old, but understand he's 25, he's still learning, and understand something about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has been through a lot in the last 2 years of his life. You know, 2000, well, actually the last 3 years, because in 2020, you know, he got the win of his lifetime. He beat the great Vasily Lomachenko, and then, that's where his career took off from there. And he made his mark in the sport. He did something at that age, at 23, that no one has done at that time. Not even Devin Haney, no one. Tank Davis, no one has done that. So he was that guy, he was that pioneer, being so young, and did what he did at that age, which was a great accomplishment. Great accomplishment. But understand, he was young, and a lot of things happened with family or people that he thought that was close to him that was draining him dry. And he thought of suicide and all this type of thing and that, the other. You know what I mean? And that brings a mental pressure on a fighter. So I think what he's going through with the frustration between what he wants versus what he's getting, I think that's still bringing a toll on Teofimo Lopez. Okay. And, him saying things like that, young, dumb, full of what. Right? So I think the words that Teo used, I don't think he thought them through, but if he meant that, guess what? I think the same scrutiny for him, or should be the same energy and scrutiny that Deontay Wilder had when he said he wanted to catch a body. You know what I mean? I don't look at it any different. You can't and call yourself fair. You know what I mean? Because the first thing I thought of when I read it, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wilder said the similar things as before. So why, Tony Bellew, shout out to him, because he's the first one that, like, hey, wait, am I missing something? Is this shit cool? No, it ain't cool. You don't supposed to glorify anybody trying to take someone's or kill somebody in the ring. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a reality check from someone that's been there, that's someone that has made his mark in the sport, and I think just like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, they are giving their counterpunch on the words in the comments that Teofimo tactlessly said. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tony Bellew's comments or concerns towards the comments of Teofimo Lopez. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.